The seasoned vet is the type of player to wear his heart on his sleeve. Welcome back, Basic fans. Right now, 24 out of 32 NHL teams have captains. The 8 teams without a captain are the Ducks, Coyotes, Sabres, Flames, Canadiens, Rangers, Flyers, and the Kraken. In today's video, I will run through a list of players who are the top candidates to become the next leader of their team. Starting in the Pacific Northwest, the Seattle Kraken just finished their first season. The recent expansion team has yet to name their first ever captain in their history. However, Seattle currently has 4 alternate captains to choose from: Yanni Gourde, Jordan Eberle, Jordan Schwartz, and Adam Larsson. The 2 ideal candidates from those 4 are Yanni Gourde and Jordan Schwartz. Both players have a couple more years left on their contract, so it is quite possible and reasonable for them to wear the C. Schwartz and Gourde lead by example with their relentless play. This upcoming season, Jordan Schwartz will be playing in his 12th NHL season. The playmaking veteran forward brings experience with 597 career games and a Stanley Cup under his belt. He would be a perfect captain for the Kraken. My favorite candidate is Yanni Gourde. Gourde is a Swiss Army knife who can play on the power play, penalty kill, and pretty much in all situations. He's in the middle of his prime. He has a lot left in the tank. He has a ton of experience in the playoffs and surprisingly has only played 384 career games. Lastly, his resume consists of 2 Stanley Cups, so he knows what it takes to win in the playoffs. The best case scenario for the Kraken is Yanni Gourde becomes captain, opening up space for new acquisitions like Oliver Bjorkstrand and Andrei Burakovsky to join the leadership core as alternate captains. Since NHL teams are certainly not afraid of naming young captains, it wouldn't surprise me if Seattle names Beniers or Wright captain to secure their long-term player or face of the franchise. With that being said, the Kraken have plenty of options to fill their captaincy. Moving on to the Anaheim Ducks, the Ducks need to pick a new captain since Ryan Getzlaf announced during the season his retirement plans. Getzlaf held the captaincy from 2010 to 2022. This past year, the Ducks' supporting cast of alternate captains consisted of Fowler, Henrique, Silverberg, and Grant. Only time Derek Grant was an alternate captain was when Getzlaf was out of the lineup. Ducks have a plentiful amount of players who could become the next captain. The best candidates are Cam Fowler, Ryan Strome, and Adam Henrique. Fowler has been with the organization for the entirety of his career, and offering him the captaincy makes total sense. Since Getzlaf is retiring, Fowler now becomes the longest tenured Duck. Another solid choice would be Adam Henrique. Henrique is heading into his 6th season as a Duck and was an alternate captain this past year. During his time with the New Jersey Devils, Henrique was an alternate captain, so he definitely has leadership qualities and the experience with 768 career games. Lastly, Ryan Strome could be a quality leader for the Ducks, as he recently wore an A with the Rangers. This offseason, the Ducks and Strome agreed to a 5-year deal. It's somewhat long-term, but if the Ducks wanted to give him the captaincy, they'll definitely extend him before the 5 years is up. In my opinion, Strome is more suitable for an assistant role rather than the captaincy itself. A new signee for the Ducks I didn't mention is John Klingberg. I didn't mention him with Fowler, Henrique, or Strome because of his 1-year contract. He'll be up for the leadership role. The veteran blue liner was an alternate captain for 5 seasons in Dallas. Traveling to the desert, the Coyotes have 2 notable names more than capable of being captain: Jacob Chychrun and Clayton Keller. For the organization to ascertain any success, they need to announce a captain. A leader, in my opinion, is what the Coyotes are missing. They need to choose a leader to set the foundation, especially a player who takes initiative, a player who represents and enhances the culture of the team to a significant level, and most importantly, a player who wants to be an Arizona Coyote. The Coyotes need to officially give Chychrun or Keller the captaincy. Chychrun has a really good chance at becoming the next captain, but that's if the Coyotes don't try to trade him. Either Chychrun or Keller are fine options. Bottom line is, if the Coyotes want to start winning, they need to stop trading away assets and actually attempt to build around their core guys like Chychrun, Keller, Schmaltz, Hayton, and Krause. The next team is my favorite team to talk about because they're on the rise. The Buffalo Sabres are on their way of restoring their reputation. The Sabres have made improvements and are trending in the right direction. They're not very far from being a playoff team at all with the players they have right now and the players they have in the system. The captaincy has been unoccupied since the organization demoted Jack Eichel in 2021. The current alternates are Kyle Okposo and Zemgus Girgensons. Both players' contracts are up after next season, making them UFAs. If I'm Kevin Adams, I'm letting Girgensons walk and re-signing Okposo to a 1 to 2 year deal max. Anyways, Buffalo fans should be excited about the future of their franchise because their next captain is likely going to be Alex Tuch Dylan Cousins or Rasmus Dahlin. I don't consider myself a Sabres fan by any means, but I appreciate the strides they're making to build a winning team. Every time I talk about this team, I find myself way too excited because the organization has such a bright future ahead of them. Getting back on track, the hometown kid, Alex Tuch, would be an excellent choice to become captain of the Sabres. He'll obviously be in the consideration for the captaincy, but ever since his arrival, there seems to have been a change in the culture in Buffalo. Maybe it's because they got rid of a big personality in Eichel. The next two options are on the younger side, as Dylan Cousins and Rasmus Dahlin could possibly wear the C. Cousins or Dahlin are capable of being the captain. They're just very young at the moment. No matter who Buffalo picks as their next captain, the player will excel at that role, and so will the team. The Calgary Flames' most recent captain was Mark Giordano, but he was taken in the Seattle Kraken expansion draft. Since the Flames have gone through some change this offseason, their top candidates for the captaincy are Michael Backlund, Sean Monahan, Chris Tanev, and newly acquired Jonathan Huberdeau. This upcoming season, Michael Backlund is heading into his 15th season with the Flames. There's nobody on the Flames' active roster who's been with the team longer than that, so offering him the captaincy is logical. He's worn an A for the past 4 seasons and is definitely the best fit to become the next captain of the Flames. The only concern is Backlund's contract has 2 years remaining, and so does Chris Tanev's. Tanev is another veteran player for the Flames that they might offer it to. However, their newly acquired superstar forward Jonathan Huberdeau is locked up long-term and wore an A for 4 seasons with the Panthers. Maybe they go in a new direction. Maybe Huberdeau gets a leadership promotion with his new team. It'll be interesting to see what transpires between the Calgary Flames and Sean Monahan. The star forward has been an alternate captain for the past 7 seasons, has only 1 year remaining on his contract until he becomes a UFA. Monahan underperformed the past 2 consecutive seasons and has gone through his fair share of injuries. He went on the IR this past season to undergo hip surgery. Prior to that, a couple years ago, he had 4 surgeries in 1 offseason. That's detrimental to any human body. The upcoming season will likely be Monahan's last in the Flames uniform, as the Flames' insufficient cap will not allow them to re-sign their former 6th overall pick from 2013. Calgary could look to move off of Monahan, but his value would be extremely low, considering his decline in production the past 2 seasons and his recent hip surgery. Next team is the Montreal Canadiens. The current players who share the role of alternate captain are Brendan Gallagher, Nick Suzuki, and Paul Byron. The most suitable player on the active roster of becoming captain is definitely Brendan Gallagher. He's been an alternate captain for Montreal for the past 6 seasons and is heading into his 11th NHL season. The seasoned vet is the type of player to wear his heart on his sleeve and bring a fierce effort every time he puts on a Canadian sweater. Gallagher's intensity exemplifies what playing every shift like your last looks like, and that's a perfect way to gain trust and respect from your teammates. In just his 3rd season, Montreal gave Nick Suzuki an alternate captain role, which could very likely turn into the role of captain. The only way I see Suzuki getting the captaincy is if Gallagher gets traded or retires, which is improbable. I favor Gallagher over Suzuki due to his veteran experience, but either player would be perfect for the Canadiens. Heading to the Big Apple, the Rangers have several admirable players who could potentially wear the C. Their captaincy has been vacant since Ryan McDonagh was traded to Tampa in 2018. The top 3 notable players are Kreider, Zibanejad, and Trouba. Chris Kreider is an amazing candidate who has been an alternate captain for the past 4 seasons. He just had a remarkable career year with 52 goals for 77 points. Kreider's been with the Blue Shirts for his whole career, so they might show some loyalty and provide the captaincy to the Ranger veteran. Mika Zibanejad is another great option to wear the C. Zibanejad will be heading into his 7th season with the Rangers and has been an alternate captain for the last 4 seasons, like Kreider. Imagine being Chris Drury and having to decide between Kreider or Zibanejad. That would be such a difficult task. Both players are truly deserving of it. If I was a GM of the Rangers, I would announce Chris Kreider, though, as my captain. An honorable mention is current alternate Jacob Trouba. He has a slim chance to get the captaincy, but should definitely be considered. Moving to the city of brotherly love, the Philadelphia Flyers have 0 candidates because 11-year veteran forward Sean Couturier deserves to automatically wear the C. The Flyers' previous captain was obviously Claude Giroux, who led the team from 2013 to 2022 until he got traded at the deadline. Couturier is a power forward and plays a heavy game. He missed most of the 22 season as he underwent back surgery. The Flyers center is secured long-term and has been an alternate captain for the past 3 seasons. When the Flyers seek to fill their captaincy, there's nobody more qualified than Couturier. He's clearly suited for the role. Some honorable mentions are their current alternate captains, Ivan Provorov, Kevin Hayes, and Scott Lawton. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, support the channel by hitting the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.